Welcome to Uber John's Rodeo again. We're still struggling a little bit getting everything live, but here we go. We've got the infamous guest book, and we are going to be, let me change a couple of things over here so that I can get things going. Ooh, can't change anything on there. All right, well, here we go. We're going to be reading the guest book today. Had a lot of really interesting things happening over the last week or two. I may have Jimmy maybe watching today. This is a friend of mine who just discovered my live stream a couple of days ago. So we'll try and add him in here. If you're watching, Jimmy, call me. We'll let my phone ring and maybe bring you into it. So starting on March 24th, I'm going to take these off so I can actually read from a close distance. It says, glad you could come pick us up on Anti-Gun Protest Day. Best wishes, Uber John's Rodeo. From a girl from Texas. She was very nice. That was a fun ride, and trying to get around in Annapolis. Annapolis had a gun protest day down there as well, and it basically, closed off the entire dock area. And that was for all of the people that were too lazy to go to the actual protest down in Washington, D.C. So thank you so much for your service. And, occasionally I'm going to start to use the GPS version of how things are pronounced. So I don't know if any of you have used the GPS lately and listened to the way that it pronounces everything. It's insane. I had a guy that I picked up in Annapolis the other day, and it said, pick up Ken at La Mangras. And I said, La Mangras? What's La Mangras? That sounds like a very interesting restaurant. I've never heard of it. I know Annapolis really well. So as I'm driving in, I start to pull up. I realize it's lemongrass. Lemongrass. La Mangras. Are you kidding me? Wow. So evidently they did all of the reprogramming of the GPS, and the Indian call center for AT&T is the ones that are doing all of the editing. So thank you for the awesome ride from the gorilla and his monkeys. Hey, gorilla. So the next one, we have a picture of the Star of David. It's a Star of David necklace. Followed by one of the other people in the car was a math teacher. And I think it was an 8th grade math teacher. I think that was Nicole. And it was Nicole, Glenn, Shelby, Margot, Pat. And there is a math question on here, and apparently the pen that she was using didn't write very well. So if you can figure this out, and there's the Star of David necklace that he drew. If you can figure out that math question, hit me up with the answer. First person to get the answer gets $5. We get to find out if anybody's there. Okay, next one. I feel special to be a part of the book. Thanks for the ride. Love. I think that's Jen. And Jen and Mike from Severna Park, my hometown. And also in the car was Steve and Pat from Buffalo. Hi, Steve and Pat. If you guys are watching, thanks a lot for being so nice in my Uber. Next one, we talked about Twitch and Fortnite. This driver is hip with the lingo. Priorities. And that's from Batman. And there's a little edit that went in from one of the other passengers in there that said, above the Batman signature, it says, edit, drunk Batman. So there's the, whoa, this thing's out of control today. There's the Batman and the drunk Batman. And then and that was from Jared and Lauren. We learned about Uber John's Rodeo. Should be a great time. Best of luck, from Jared and Lauren. Thank you, Jared and Lauren. We're hoping it's going to be good. Once you get the email, you may not even be watching right now, but you may go back and find this. You guys were with me on the 24th, I believe, March 24th. So if you end up finding exactly where it was and you see this, then that would be cool. I'm going to be sending out emails at some point here in the very near future to start this live stream. Should be in the next couple of days. We're going to give it a shot. May start off being a little bit glitchy, but we'll see how it works. The next one, Uber John, thanks for the ride to the airport. Looking forward to watching Uber John's rodeo from home in Oceanside, California. That's from Petra and Isla. There's another GPS pronunciation. Isla, Isla. And then on 3/26, thanks for the ride home. Best of luck with your live stream. No signature, but thank you. Thank you. We're going to need a lot of luck. Next one's got some poetry going on. It's I sit, I sigh, I weep, I faint, I die. With thee again in sweetest sympathy. To see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die. In deadly pain and endless misery. Check out my Photoshop art on Steam at Venuz, 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 that's at Venuz, and we'll have to check that out. Next one, after spending 2 hours crying in the parking lot of my deceased boyfriend's job, this book and Uber John really brightened my day. Uber John is a great driver and makes me remember there are still good people in this world. And then treat others with kindness, and it's the initial B. And I believe that was Brittany, if I'm not mistaken. And Brittany, I did not know that you had just lost your boyfriend, but I'll say some prayers and some blessings for you when I get done live streaming. And I hope you're getting through this okay. You were very sweet. The next, you're a great person. I wish you the best with everything you plan on doing. You know, if I could read well, that would probably come out a lot better. Let me try again. You're a great person. I wish you the best of everything you plan on doing. If your wife is looking for more help, I would be a helping hand. And that was Milan. Milan does daycare, as does my wife. And I can tell you that we have a lot of chaos that goes on around here on a regular basis, but it's a lot of fun. Best Uber ride I've had in a while. I love Uber John's rodeo. 5 stars. I do appreciate that. We like to get a lot of 5 stars because if our rating goes down, we lose our ability to drive. But it's not that Uber does such a great job, but you know they're trying. Dear John, every day the sun comes out, and that's the best reason to smile. When clouds come, remember the sun. And that was from Inhai, the Korean cult girl. Now, Inhai had a very interesting story, and she was born and raised in a cult. And I'm not exactly sure what she's doing now, but she was a very sweet girl, and you never know where people come from, that's for sure. And then from Leanne, she just wrote, so sweet! Exclamation point. And Leanne, I don't really think I'm all that sweet, but what's my word against millions of adoring fans, right? Yeah, my ego is my biggest problem. John, just another kindred soul I have met on this journey called the Best Wishes. Travis from West Virginia. And Travis was Inhai's boyfriend. Nice fella. I hope good things happen for both of them. So we got very friendly, definitely getting 5 stars from me, and that's from Elijah Brown. Future sailor. Elijah was heading to the recruiter to pick the job that he was going to take in the Navy. He's going off to the Navy, I think he said in May or June. So God bless you, and I hope you have a great career. Thanks for your service. Never forget. The next one is never forget your delay of a response or situation does not mean it's denied. Find your purpose through your pain. And that's from Tanisha, 2018. Tanisha K. Thank you, Tanisha. That is a true statement. Never forget your delay of a response or situation does not mean it's denied. I think that's what she's really trying to say is that when you say a prayer, God's answers are coming one of 3 ways. It's either yes, no, or not yet. Great customer service and very friendly. I enjoyed the ride. And that was from a young lady that works to help raise money for sickle cell anemia. And she's got some hashtags here. Hashtag sickle cell awareness, hashtag advocacy, and hashtag donate blood. So anybody that can help out with that, that would be awesome. And the next one is this is from Young Manny, Candelea. Either that or it's Candela. Yeah, my knowledge of names is growing leaps and bounds day by day, but I probably should get them to pronounce them before they write them. Uberjohns, go viral, Uberjohn. Hashtag Mead. Yeah, there was a couple of students from Mead High School. Uberjohn's rodeo is going to be a hit. John, you are the man. Everyone have fun. Everyone tune in. Brian G. Thank you, Brian. I am the man. John, you are an amazing driver. Yes, I am. It's the power slides and the drifting that I do in my Honda Pilot that makes it so exciting. Keep living and thinking the sky is the limit. Keep living and thinking because the sky's the limit. There's some abbreviations. Sometimes people don't have very long rides. So reach for the stars from Harrison F. Thank you, Harrison. I appreciate that. And this one's from Ricky Rose. Best Uber. You the man. I'm the man. Honey, did you hear that? I'm the man. Happy to ride with you. You know, sometimes I just have to think about what I'm saying, because there's some stuff that's coming up in here that is very interesting, and well, I'll talk about it when I get to it. This is happy to ride with you from Titty. Okay. Thank you, John. Very friendly and definitely getting 5 stars from us. Happy Easter. Joanne and Ed Dabrowski. Depluski. All right. I write cursive, so I read cursive, but that's a little difficult. Thanks for the ride. Great service. Tricia and Brandon, 3/31/18. That was the last day of March. Getting ready for April Fool's Day. So here we go. This is Ariel, Vera, Mia, and Sammy. And thank you so much for driving us to Odenton from Annapolis. A great Uber experience. A great Uber experience is pretty great. 1 to 8 is pretty great. 1 to 8 is pretty great. Have a great experience. So Ariel had some friends in town that were there to visit, and I cannot remember if it was the bachelorette party or not, but I had a number of bachelorette parties in my vehicle, and they're way crazier than the bachelor party. Next one is awesome. Love that you are a people person. Have a wonderful evening. And then there's War Eagle. So we had a good conversation. She is from Alabama, and she is a War Eagle. So she pulls for Auburn. And I am an Alabama fan. I have a niece that went to Alabama, so roll tide. And then we have a picture from Zing Lee, and this takes up a whole page. And I believe, if I am not mistaken, I got to get it in there, that's an elephant. Very interesting. This was not a very long drive either, so not too bad. I'm just wondering what there's a tomato doing behind the elephant. It looks like a giant tomato. Uber John is friendly and entertaining, and there's a word that's crossed out, very caring. I hope. Oh, I love John's driving. I was to Mir. All right, look, I'll let you guys figure this one out. Whoop. I can't see what I'm putting on there. You try and read that. Send me a text. Next one is from Shelby, Taylor, Colleen, Jonathan, and Spencer. Thanks for the great ride. Good luck with your live streaming. I'm going to need all I can get. Thank you very much. Hopefully you'll watch and you'll find it at least semi-interesting. I think it's fun. Hey there, people. Just riding along with John. Smiley face. On my way to getting something to eat. He's so nice. Laugh out loud. Lots of laughs. Good guy. Tip him. Veli Marie. At Veli Marie. Oh, and check out my music at Veli Marie. So, Veli, thank you, because it's very important that people remember that those two words, tip him. Tip him. Are you kidding me? You know, it's really funny because I, you know, when I go different places, you know, you go to hotels and there's maids that you're supposed to leave tips for, and you know, people get in a taxi cab and they're supposed to leave a tip. Sometimes, you know, you get a bad ride, you're not going to leave a tip. You get a bad waitress, you're not going to leave much of a tip. But people get in an Uber and they go, oh, I'm just not going to tip. I had a lot of fun. The guy was funny. Did some car dancing. Did some karaoke. You know, maybe that's what's costing me the tips. I don't know. I did a little bit of a data statistics for what was going on. I went back over every ride that I've taken since November. And what I found was that about 29 or 30% of the people that ride for Lyft tip. 29 to 30%. That's about 3 in 10. Uber, 14%. Less than half of what Lyft does. So I'm not really sure what the issue is with tipping. I do know that Uber adds some extra fees in. They have a booking fee and a service fee and a, you know, this fee and that fee, and they add them on to the end. So we don't ever see really what you pay. But I would just say that the average, when you pay any type of fare, say it's a $30 fare, we get between $16 and $17. So they're taking about 45% of what we're paying. We don't get all of that. So if you guys want to make us smile, start tipping. Start tipping. Or don't. If I suck, don't tip me. But if I get you there safe, tip me. So we've been thinking about doing a different way of tipping. So everybody wants to get good stars. I don't know if you know this, but as a Uber rider, you are getting rated. And your rating is based on what the driver gives you. And it's the same thing that you do for us. What you may not know is that if you do three stars or less, you'll never get that person again. So they have a way of, you know, if you just are uncomfortable, you don't like the way the person smells or talks or anything like that, you can basically never see them again as far as being your driver. With the drivers, though, we have to normally fill out, at least on Uber we have to. On Uber we have to rate you as we end the ride. So when we end the ride, you get out, then we rate you, and then we can get the next ride. So we're going to implement a new plan now. So if you tip nothing, you get 1 star. And if you tip up to $3, you get 2 stars. Up to $5, you get 3 stars, 4 stars. If you tip over $20, you get 5 stars. So if you want 5 stars, you need to tip $20 plus. So thank you very much. You know I'm kidding, right? Nobody's going to tip that much because you're all too cheap. Just kidding. You know who that goes to. Thanks for your driving. You are really nice and helpful. Happy weekend. Shuyu with a couple of lips on there. Thank you, Shuyu. I appreciate that. Noah Wortham. There's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Never give up because the greatest failure is to never try at all. And isn't that the truth? Good job, Noah. I appreciate that. And this one, they took up a whole page to write letters this tall and this wide. Just drinking from Drinkers. All right, there you go. Alcoholism is alive and well, Maryland. John's Rodeo, Baltimore, Middle River. It's my birthday, biatch. It's not spelled that way. It's actually spelled correctly. That's just my GPS pronunciation. Thanks for the ride. The Wilsons. Happy Easter. 2. Happy Easter. And a little Easter bunny picture. Then I had Uber John. Great idea. Best wishes on future endeavors. And then Uber John. Thanks for a real cool Uber ride. Best yet from BWI. Makes arrival for a week. For another week. It's hard to read it. There's a very nice lady from, I think she put PC. This is a person that commutes to her job from San Diego. You think you've got a long commute? Wow. Okay. The reason that I'm having trouble reading it, and I'll just kind of show you, is that what you're going to see is on the next page. So that is actually not something that she wrote. That's from the next page that's going on. And let me just take a second to talk about this. There is a group of guys that got it by vehicle in Washington, D.C., and they were very nice. And, the conversation was okay, and we were having fun. And then I got the book, but I didn't get the book back. Well, I got the book back then, but that was the last ride that I had for the day. So the next day I start the ride and I hand the guest book to my first passenger, and the first passenger takes a look at it and she's going through it and she does one of these. I could see in the mirror she does one of these. Whoa. And so I when she got done, she wrote something very nice, drew a picture of her little thing. I'll show you that in a second. But these guys decided they were going to do something funny, and I have to admit it was pretty funny. But it wasn't something that I could leave the way that it was and be able to have other people look at the book. So you can just imagine what it was. But then it says, the guy's name was here. Thank you for your service. And then it said a couple of more things. And at the top, it has his Twitter feed and his phone number. So, I don't know what these guys were thinking, or what this particular guy was thinking, but I am going to I'm going to say the name on here, but it's with the knowledge that I think that the name and the phone number that he wrote was probably one of the other guys in the car. So I'm trying to keep this above board because he's trying to embarrass his friend. I don't know. It may be him. You guys can find out if you want to check it out. So it's at Alex Finelli, and the number is 617-319-1711. Alex Finelli was here. Thank you for your service. And this is what I had to make the picture look like in order to make it so that I could keep it in the book. So I'll just let you figure out what they were thinking. So there's the whole page. And that's the drawing. So hopefully that's coming in focused enough. So obviously it was a picture with me with my hat on, and I showed the actual picture to a couple of my friends, and they started laughing so hard. It was quite embarrassing to show that, but people are going to do what they do. One of the things, if one of you guys is watching now, you should know that I pass out this book to families, people that have kids, and you may not care about that. You're young urban professionals. Back in the day, we called you yuppies, well dressed, probably had money, looked like they all had good jobs, but not really an ounce of common sense. It disturbed me when I first saw it. As I thought about it a little bit, I got over it once I decided that I could actually change that into a picture that makes me look cool, because I got my flying jetpack and I'm going 1,000 miles an hour with flames coming out of my hair. But I don't know. It just it's disturbing that somebody would do something like that, knowing that kids might see it. But then again, you guys know who you are. You know what you like. You know what you do. And, you know, you guys need God. You really do. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And then the woman that saw it was very nice. Hey, I am here with Mr. John. Good to see you. I like your idea about the guest book. A new thing it's new thing that I ever met. And that's from Chor, C-H-O-R. And Robiny she's got a couple little cool things, and she uses them as her logo, so that if she ever becomes famous, you guys will have seen it here first. She was a student learning English at the community college, the local community college, and she was very nice lady. And then I think this is the last one coming up. Uber John, thanks for the best ride ever. Was a little stressed trying to get to the airport, but the conversation and smiles were welcomed and calming. Don't forget the forgotten phrase. Bless your heart. It goes a long way and encompasses the appropriate response for a multitude of situations. God bless you. And that was just a day or so ago. And and I can't tell what her signature is, but it looks like Linny or Livy or Lou, one of those. But yeah, bless your heart. That's an awesome phrase. My niece that goes to or that went to Alabama. It's been a while now, I guess. She used to say that all the time. She was very sweet. So to the gentleman that wrote in the book, let me just say, bless your heart. You're trying so hard to be adults. Trying so hard to be cool. Trying so hard to impress each other. So bless your heart. Yeah, so that's it for the guest book today. And hopefully we're going to have this up and running and doing some live streams in the vehicle in the next day or two. I'm going to have some emails that are going out. I've got to get all of your emails loaded in and ready to go. But one of the things that I would suggest also is that I'm going to start doing some live streaming of the gameplay on my Twitch stream. If you're already there, you can see that there is or there should be there. If not, you can find it on my Twitter feed. The Uber John's Rodeo watching Dota, which is Defense of the Ancients. And it's a game that if you've never played it before, you won't understand it at all. I didn't, but I did commentary on it for about 45 minutes. It's pretty funny. In the beginning, first about 7 or 8 minutes, we were trying to get all the adjustments done so we knew how the streaming was going. So I had to adjust the amount of gameplay that was going on the computer while I was doing the streaming. So you can't hear me very much in the beginning, but if you watch it or start it at about 6 or 8 or 10 minutes, you'll be able to hear me just fine and be able to hear the people in the background as the game is going, and it's a lot of fun. So with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do here, but we'll stop the streaming, and hopefully the next time that I see you, we'll be in the vehicle. So thanks a lot for supporting Uber John's Rodeo. Donations are accepted. We'll get that set up as well, but you can do that on Twitch, and you can also do that with this other thing that I'm about to set up. But anyway, thanks for watching.